For people who have money or who give aid, they feel good that they're helping. Aid leads to more aid and more aid and more aid and less independence of the people that are receiving aid.
The earthquake happened almost 3 years ago now, and there's still free rice.
As if they didn't want the Haitians to stand up for themselves. Do you see what I mean?
Give now, and lives will be saved.
The laws and the institutions and the policies do not allow them to face. So they remain stunted.
Haiti is a republic of NGOs because...
I don't have the official number, but they claim that in Haiti alone, there's 10,000 NGOs.
It was a mistake of the lost capacity to produce a rice crop in Haiti to feed those people.
People don't want to be receiving things for free for all of their lives.
I know about countries that developed on trade and innovation and business.
When you do something, you can see the impact on the population.
But it's something that they can look at and say, this is mine. I earned it. It's something that I can choose what to do with it.
Big slab of granite on what we around here used to call the donor-recipient relationship.
Dürfen wir in Ihren Kühlschrank schauen? Wir sind auf der Suche nach Resten, Lebensmittelresten.
Ja, aber mindestens haltbar bis Ende 2003.
Resteküche! Resteküche!
Und auch die Früchte und Samen sind nicht nur essbar, die sind sogar gesund. Man könnte eben in großen Mengen regional Wildkräuter auf den Speiseplan setzen.
Im Supermarkt kaufen, sondern kann halt die Sachen vor Ort essen. Das ist schon mal natürlich ein großer Vorteil, weil man dann einfach weniger halt im Supermarkt landet.
You will not throw anything away. You will use everything, you know, because you know how many time, effort, fun maybe you had with them or the time that you think of them.
Weißt du, in Sarajevo im Krieg haben wir Hunger gehabt und das bedeutete, dass man auch das Letzte noch gegessen hat. So, und dann lernt man in der Tat, dass man mit das Letzte auch noch was Leckeres machen kann.
Ich selber habe auch schon miese Zeiten mitgemacht. Und darum, da lernt man draus. Da lernt man dann aus nichts auch noch was machen.
Dans les zones de conflit, les batailles se passent sur le corps des femmes.
The people of Eastern Congo, particularly the women of Eastern Congo, have to believe that the military is there for them, not to be an opportunity for abusing them.
Je suis témoin d'atrocités de masse commises sur le corps des femmes et contre les femmes. Et je ne peux pas rester les bras croisés.
The legendary Dr. Dennis Mukwege, he's a two-time Nobel Peace Prize nominee and one of the bravest people I have ever known.
Faites vite!
But I don't think any of us can ever appreciate fully what he has meant, not only to the women.
Nous sommes devenus la capitale mondiale de viol à cause de cette guerre.
Il y a des femmes que j'ai opérées pour la deuxième, voire même la troisième fois.
Les femmes avaient besoin de justice.
Nous voyons ce que même un œil de chirurgien ne peut pas s'habituer de voir. Chaque femme est violée. Je l'identifie à ma femme. Chaque mère violée, je l'identifie à ma mère. Et chaque enfant violé, je l'identifie à mes enfants. Comment pouvons-nous nous taire?
Ni hao. Ayubovan. Sabah al-khair. Dobry dzień. Dobry dzień.
On dit salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum.
Mais c'est pas votre pays, c'est mon pays.
À votre avis, quand on arrive dans un nouveau pays, quand on arrive à Paris, est-ce que c'est facile?
Avec qui tu t'entends bien dans la classe? Personne, avec moi-même.
Ok, la caméra. Hop. Je n'ai pas vu ma mère pendant 10 ans. C'était difficile.
Et je suis venue en France pour faire un futur. Je suis venue en France pour devenir une femme libre.
Pourquoi Kessa critiquerait tes cheveux crépus alors qu'elle a aussi des cheveux crépus?
Il y a plein de gens qui parlent de la classe d'accueil mais qui est pas très gentille, tu vois. C'est comme si nous on était des pauvres, eux des stars.
Mais on sait pas qu'on va partir en classe ordinaire. Peut-être toi tu sais dire bien, mais moi je sais pas. C'est pas grave. Je parle français avec l'accent anglais. Tu as vu?
Vous avez vu?
Vous avez vu?
Tu as obtenu les compliments du conseil de classe. Ouais. On pense quand même qu'il faut que tu restes encore un peu en classe d'accueil. J'étais très très heureuse de travailler avec vous. Voilà. Chimie.
Mm-hmm. 私の名前はソニータ。アフガニスタンからの難民としてこの町に暮らしている。夢はラッパーになり大きなステージに立つこと。
مایکل جکسون ریانا تو چی میدونی از سرنوشت من؟ من فردام روشنه نخو غم من.
I'm a rapper.
でも家族は会ったこともない男と結婚しろと私に言う。
اونا منو میخوام پسر مثلا منو میخره.
به خاطر 5 میلیون داری این کارو میکنی؟
مجبورم. شب اگر بچه آدم نون نداشته باشم آدم به دوزی بیرون میشه.
همه میفروشش دیگه.
یه به خاطر چاق رامپول می بیچاره کنی بدبخت کنی که
یاده همه رو تلسم قربت تمشم شکسته میشه سفره خیلی حشانه دیگه.
世界中の映画祭で観客の心を奪ったドキュメンタリー。家族のために結婚を強いられる魂のラッパーソニータは歌い自らの運命を変えていく。ソニータ。
All of our knowledge as human beings comes from nature, because we're part of nature.
They're killing us. This massive pipeline needs to be stopped.
Protect our rights! No entrance pipes! Protect our rights!
Global warming is an out-of-control environmental experiment. We can't mess with the atmosphere. What are we doing here? This is getting a bit dangerous.
मैंने कभी नहीं देखा था ऐसा
गंगा के किनारे। शर्म आती है।
Whenever I see a problem or invent a new solution, I immediately think, well, how does nature do that? This is nature's blueprint.
Tar sands, it's the largest man-made industrial project on the planet, bigger than the size of England and Wales combined. And these chemicals are leaching into the river systems.
देखिए सरकार तो बिल्कुल फेल हो गई है। मुझे लगता है कि आज गंगा को शुद्ध बनाने के लिए युद्ध करने की जरूरत है।
Is there a silver bullet to global warming issues? We have a device here that can cool down the planet.
There have been some traditional engineers that think you're full of it.
Nature is always optimistic.
This movement isn't just about my people, it's about the future of the human species and all species on this planet.
Je hebt al gehoord dat we een nieuw woord hebben. Panelen weer.
En wat betekent dat, panelen weer?
Nou, wat dacht je van dit, hè? Zonnepanelen weer, hè?
Na de industriële en de digitale revolutie staan we aan het begin van een nieuwe. De energierevolutie. Steeds meer mensen laden het dak van hun huis vol met zonnepanelen of kopen samen een windmolen. Om zo minder afhankelijk te worden van grote energieleveranciers. We maken onze eigen stroom en onze woonwijk wordt een energiemaatschappij. Het energieoverschot wordt verkocht en zo maakt een hele buurt winst. Zoals dat nu al op het Deense eiland Samsø gebeurt. Maar als we de energiemarkt kunnen decentraliseren, wat kunnen we dan nog meer? Waarom dan ook niet de zorg of onze verzekeringen in eigen hand nemen? De energierevolutie, het antwoord op de wereld van de multinationals en de overgang naar een ander, socialer systeem. Dit is wat u gaat zien.
Some people want to save the world and the whales and the rainforest and everything. And that's okay. I don't mind that, but I just want to save myself and my community.
What it does is it changes the mindset. This is power to the people. It is the democratization not only of energy and information, but the economy.
Mensen zijn gewoon op zoek naar nieuwe manieren om het zelf te doen. En eigenlijk zie je het begin van een nieuwe samenleving die wat kleinschalig georganiseerd is, meer op basis van vertrouwen en zelf doen.
Dit is Tegenlicht. Welkom bij de kracht van kleinschaligheid.
What do you want out of life?
I don't know. To be happy?
To be happy.
I want the American dream. I want to be happy.
The professor said to me, you can never measure happiness. Now, why they thought you could measure depression, which they were all doing, but you couldn't measure happiness, I'm not sure.
This is a paradise to me. That's why I love it so much. And then you don't know what you're gonna see.
When I was run over by a truck, my whole life changed.
great deal you can do on a regular basis to become happier.
We have less silence.
Visually, it's busier. Acoustically, it's busier and louder.
Sound is affecting our brainwaves, heart rate, breathing, hormone secretions, all of our physical rhythm.
The planes start at 6:03 in the morning. They usually stop at midnight, but sometimes they go to 2 or 3 in the morning. I did not sign up for this kind of noise. Why should we always be stimulated? More and more stimulated so it reaches a fever pitch. Where'd you go next?
What is central to this whole situation we live in is silence.
Silence returns us to what is real. This is how I see it.
Silence is where we hear something deeper than our chatter. Silence is where we speak something deeper than our words.
Because if nobody's talking, nobody's dominating.
There are moments in history where great civilizations are tasked with reinventing themselves or risking collapse.
We die emotionally, we die financially. It's killing me to look at my kids and know that they might not have nothing for real.
This same mentality that trashes people, trashes the planet.
What's wrong with us as a species?
Many people are losing hope, and they know how bad the situation is. How can the crisis be transformed into perhaps the greatest love story on Earth?
Good morning, Occupy Wall Street! Good morning, Occupy Wall Street! Good morning, planet Earth!
This movement against the Keystone XL pipeline, the Occupy movement, Arab Spring, these are all signalers of the emergence of the world's biggest and most profound social movement.
Out of that love and that connection of people to each other, they're going to create a different way to do things.
An economist says that essentially more for you is less for me, but the lover knows that more for you is more for me too.
We live in a time of record-breaking crisis, but it's also a time of record-breaking vision.
Being awake is love. That's what it is.
I see that the planet is going to be evolved by a massive uprising of creativity joint.
What if we were able to connect ourselves on a global basis? I think that humans are capable of great things. They're capable of love.
There is no love quite like that. The willingness to put it all on the line for your neighbors, for future generations, for the rest of creation.
Spark of a global spring is now blazing. We are creating a new paradigm as ancient as life.
How could this crisis be framed as a great love story?
の力がこりこてまことの大はのみよがなりなった宇宙の無限の力がこりこてまことの大はのみよがなりなった宇宙の無限の力がこりこてまことの大は
3.11 の後このままではない未来をどうやって作っていけるかっていう時に何かをしていく必要があるっていう形で、いろんな人たちがすごくコミュニティに集まっていろんなことをやろうっていうふうにしてったのね。
みんな今アクション、行動、実践、プラクティスっていうのをすごくテーマにしてると思う。
今俺がやるかどうかの話でしかないから俺はやろうと思ってる。
全ての人間が地球が大事なお家なんだって、そのためにこの社会を変えようと思ったらこの世界を一瞬で変えることができると思ってる。
みんなにハートがあるし、みんなどこか夢があるから、そこを思い出しながらそこを生きていく。
一人一人が変われば本当に社会は変わると思うんで、
だからもう人類は幼稚園時代終わり、そろそろ小学生ぐらいにならなきゃいけないから、もう血を流さない革命できるでしょ。みんなできるかな
We communicate who we are through clothing. It is fundamentally a part of what we wish to communicate about ourselves.
Well, state media in Bangladesh say an 8-story building has collapsed near the capital of Dhaka.
Hundreds are dead. Hundreds more might still be buried alive after officials in Bangladesh say factory owners ignored an order to evacuate. Garment workers in Bangladesh paying the price for cheap clothing.
With 4 suits for the price of a modest dinner, I can feel good about throwing them away when I'm done.
এটা তৈরি করি কত কষ্ট করে আমরা এখানে এটা চাকরি করে এটা তৈরি করে বাংলাদেশে পারে, এটা অবশ্যই তারা জানে না। তারা শুধু পায় আর পরে, কিন্তু এটা আমি মনে করি যে আমাদের রক্ত দিয়ে এটা তৈরি হয়। আমরা চাই না যে, আমি চাই না যে বাইরের লোকও এরকম আমাদের রক্তের। I've kept my grip so tight.
We are hopeful that we can encourage our customers to join us in really questioning consumption.
For me, a way bigger challenge and excitement is actually looking at my industry and saying, you know what, I'm going to try and do it in a way that is not as harmful to the planet.
Money is a means, and people should be accountable for how it's used.
I'm sure that we will see a significant change over the next 10 years.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord, so we're getting out.
This is my home. This is where I grew up. I want to see this place safe. I can't breathe this air.
My administration is putting an end to the war on coal and have clean coal, really clean coal, and making America wealthy again.
Well, hello, there's too many people dying. So, one man will not bring back the dirty energy of the past.
What better time to be born than now? What better time to be alive than now? Because this generation, the people in this room right here, we get to change the course of history.
Was sagt ihr euren Enkelkindern? Irgendwann.
It is past time to go to renewable sources of energy. And this is one battle we must win.
This is not a party issue. This is a people's issue.
We must do, and we can do, and that we will do.
We can create a planet that will be healthy and habitable for our children.
Die dümmste aller Visionen wäre zu glauben, man könne alles so lassen, wie es ist.
The United States under the Trump administration will continue to be the cleanest and most environmentally friendly country on earth. Will be the cleanest.
There's just a lot that we got to do.
我々の町は水も少なく、そのために野菜も取れない、米もできない、非常に住民が暮らしにくい、そういうところで生きなければいけないがためにクジラに挑んだ町ですよね。
A U.S.-made documentary that sparked an international outcry against the practice.
Just because something's been done for a long, long time does not make it correct. One example is human slavery. When will Taiji end this shameful behavior?
もう400年もの歴史の下でね、いろいろずっと僕らも受け継いで、だからよその人間が来て、その町の文化をね、壊そうとするのが間違ってる。
おはようございます。And eventually I was like, if I'm going to understand this town and really understand these people, I've just got to be there. これ Facebook ってすごいコメントが、レイプするモンスター、化け物、殺し屋を雇いましょうって、なんか。
Japanese people are the only ones who could stop this, not Westerners.
右翼とか左翼とかもう関係ないのよ。話し合いすればいいのよ。
日本人は捕鯨、多分7割以上の人たちは賛成って答え。だからといってクジラを食べるかっていうと食べない。
Between America and Japan, both countries that I love deeply, maybe we can help them get back in alignment, stop this kind of misunderstanding or this hate, this kind of darkness, you know.
On our tiny blue world, something almost unbelievable is happening. Our massive 7.1 billion and still expanding population is altering an entire planet, putting many life forms, including our own species, in danger. Once covered in tropical forests, Costa Rica was ecologically strip-mined until the 1980s. Forest was considered valueless. Coffee and banana plantations, forestry and ranching took their toll. Resort-style tourism added to the devastation. By covering the coastlines with hotels, golf courses, condos, and homes. By the late 1970s, forested land comprised just 20% of the country. But in a remote southwestern peninsula of Costa Rica, a very unique and positive story is unfolding to bring back the strength and beauty of the forest, where man and beast coexist in a small little corner of our globe. It is a story of success and challenges. It is a story with threats and opportunities. But most of all, it is a love story with lessons for the world at large.
In 1970, when we started, we had nothing. I can happily say that we changed the course of a nation.
It is that talking about the whole ecosystem. The Ost Peninsula is one of the last portion of very humid rainforest of the whole Central America.
If we tear down the forest and destroy the rainforest so the animals can't be there anymore, the people are not going to come. And we want a green tourist that comes here. So for me, the most important thing is to protect this area from overdevelopment, but there has to be some development, but to make it sustainable.
I definitely think you can do things sustainably and make it work. Have people, come and stay. We can make a living, and we can protect the land.
But I think the important lesson here is that motivation and persistence can change a nation.
He's a man who is so brave. That's why he was able to do something that is unique in the history of mankind. A victorious general who abolished his own army, surrounded by powerful enemies.
We were able, because of the abolishment of the army, to create an army of teachers and of students in Costa Rica.
We don't have an army, and that means we don't have to be afraid of the army.
The United States channeled all the money to support the Contras, to support civil wars, so therefore the United States is accountable for almost 30 years of bloodshed in Central America.
We must stay on the offensive, and we must be relentless.
We will be relentless in defense of our citizens.
We don't want to participate in wars. We want to develop pacific ways of solving conflicts.
Countries need a vision to follow, but everybody gets involved and we all work for the same ideals.
There are 1 billion people who have no access to clean water. And with a tiny percentage of military spending, we could bring potable water to everybody on this planet.
In July 1998, I decided to make a film about peace. Then I realized there was no day of peace. That was it. I was going to try to establish the first ever peace day. A day of ceasefire and non-violence. A day for everyone to become involved in the peace process. I found out a day of peace had actually been established by the United Nations in 1981. But why hadn't I heard of it? Well, it was supposed to fall on the third Tuesday in September, but rarely did, and it didn't even ask anyone to stop fighting. That's why I hadn't heard of it. I had to go to the United Nations. I wrote to Sir Kieran Prendergast in Political Affairs. I wanted to tell him my idea of creating a day of ceasefire and non-violence with a fixed calendar date. He invited me to New York. I couldn't believe it. I borrowed my mate's suit, my granddad's tie, and got a free ticket from British Airways.
There has never been a day in the history of humankind where the global community hasn't killed each other.
We are human beings. We have the responsibility to show right path. So I fully support.
I think it's a great idea. Any moment, whether it's a day or a week, that we can give the combatants to pause, to think, and reflect on what they are doing to their own people and to the environment will be a great achievement, and I would support it 100%.
My suggested date was the 21st of September. It was my granddad's favorite number. He'd been a prisoner of war. He saw the bomb go off at Nagasaki. It poisoned his blood.
Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start.
Mr. President, the United Kingdom and Costa Rican governments have now joined together to strengthen and reinvigorate what was originally brought to our attention by a UK-based organisation, Peace One Day.
Esta resolución será adoptada con el firme respaldo de todos los Estados Unidos.
International Day of Peace be observed as a global ceasefire day. Suggests that this day be fixed as the 21st of September.
May I take it that the Assembly decides to adopt draft resolution? It is so decided.
You know those things that you have in court that you whack? You whack one of them.
4 days later, Secretary-General Kofi Annan was going to announce to the world's press the formation of Peace Day. It was the morning of September the 11th, 2001.
And it looks as if two planes have hit the World Trade Center, and Kofi Annan is just about to ring the peace bell, and it could well have been a terrorist attack, you know, in New York.
I beg you for love in this neighborhood. No attack can cool this fire. Only the Lord can save us. I cry for peace in this neighborhood.